It's not fun, looking at any bill, but when it comes to the huge tuition prices, obviously not, it's not fun, but it's a part of the process, and it's a part of student athletes finding success and being comfortable at their given institution. Now, when we look at everything entitled between loans, EFCs that, we typically have to pay attention to, the best overall practice, and Kyle, I think you mentioned it early on, is the FAFSA, making sure we can get a head start on that stuff, making sure that, we can get first in line, because typically this is funding that we can apply directly to our institution that we will not have to pay back. But because it is funding usually that we don't have to pay back, we need to get first in line. We need to get a jump start. And you'll be able to find a direct link in our website to make sure you can get to the FAFSA form. But typically, as you guys can see, it's the free application, hence free for federal student aid. So this is where we will apply. We will include, our family background. We will include our certain statuses that will help us out with college. And then hence, from that FAFSA form, we'll be given a package of aid that we may or may not have to pay back. Most times, again, it's going to be what we can receive. That's, not something we have to pay back. And then they'll oftentimes give you a couple options with loans that we can choose to accept if we see a good fit for them.
Absolutely. And a lot of people have a misconception that applying for the FAFSA, applying for the NCAA Eligibility Center, that applying for the school in some cases, that's really the start of the recruiting process. It's definitely worth us noting that these are just steps that are later on into the recruiting process. These are a little bit more on the academic side of things that don't necessarily have to do with getting recruited. College coaches, they're identifying prospects, they're communicating with their prospects, they're having conversations, they're offering scholarships. They're taking a lot of these steps well before student athletes are applying for the FAFSA, or well before they're applying for the school or registering with the NCAA Eligibility Center. So I want to make sure you guys understand that there's a lot of steps that we should be taking as recruits before we're ever leading up to the FAFSA, before we're ever applying to the school.